Hello, it's time to be with you again on NASENI Milestones. Thank you for finding time to join us on the show today. Science and technology development is a process that requires collaborations and indeed cross-pollination of research results and ideas, plus, of course, the establishment of relevant infrastructure for the translation of research results into physical reality. To achieve all of this, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Professor Sani Haruna, has been shuttling across the globe, meeting with managers of relevant agencies in friendly countries who are not only willing to share their technologies, but readily available to transfer same to Nigeria. I was able to corner the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI, Engineer Professor Mohammed Haruna, after one of such shuttles to further interrogate his missions abroad and what they portend to NASENI as an agency and Nigeria as a nation. It's a special session of the program. I have, of course, the Executive Vice Chairman of NASENI in the person of Engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna. So you're welcome to the program.
Thank you very much, Kierian. Good evening, viewers.
All right. During the inauguration of NASENI Governing Board, chaired by President Muhammadu Buhari, the President made it very clear that NASENI has now been empowered to forge international partnerships and collaborations with friendly nations to lend the domesticate technologies for industrial development of Nigeria. And apart from China, which of course I know, NASENI has had a lot of engagements with China, especially that of a training of 60 NASENI engineers and scientists in the production of electric transformer. Which other nation are you partnering with at the moment?
Among the very important countries that we are partnering with is Indonesia. It is in Indonesia that NASENI has learned the technologies and know-how in the design, selection of materials, and production of small hydro turbines of various sizes. NASENI learn and domesticate that method of production of turbine for electric power supply, their own version, and then introduce our own method. After learning that, their own method is called cross-flow turbine, which is dependent on damming. You need to have a dam, waterfall, to generate electricity from that. So as a result of experience and know-how of our staff, we are able to introduce what we call propeller turbine. The propeller turbine is completely our design. We have not seen anyone doing that. With that, we generate electricity by interrupting pipe-borne water, public water supply line, and introduce that without any altering the configuration, and you generate electricity. Of course, the other version is kinetic turbine. Now, Indonesia also is a place that have succeeded. Similar agency to NASENI in Indonesia, BPPT, have succeeded through their different research and development centers in the production of passenger, commercial, and private aircraft, and even military and fighter jets. They also learned this technology through domestication of technologies from Germany and Brazil. So we are partnering with them. We are training our people to acquire this know-how. We have identified particular aircraft, passenger aircraft there. We are going into in doing that. It is also in Indonesia that we are learning some technologies. It is from there that we train our staff on the know-how in the assembly of some versions of armored personnel carrier. We are collaborating with them in doing that, and it's going on very well.
All right, sir.
That aspect of a turbine is very dear to me, because if such turbines are deployed, especially in rural areas, our locals are going to benefit from that. What has happened all these years, that NASENI has already acquired the knowledge and the technology of building or constructing or manufacturing electric turbine.
Well, the turbines we produce, all the three different versions, have been installed in different locations across the country, and it's helping us to study the performance of this turbine in order to improve and learn and then improve on their performance and produce better versions. Cross flow turbines, 70 kilowatt turbines, two units are installed in Ikeji Ijesha in Osun State. Osun State government provided everything that is needed in the civil and construction work and doing the dam. For the propeller turbine, we install it in a carry in waterworks that provide water supply for, for Ondo State. The water facilities and auxiliary services, lighting, and communication equipment is powered by that turbine installed in that place. The kinetic turbine, of course, the first model we installed is in Mada River in Akwanga local government area of Nasarawa State. We're in the process of deploying three of these kinetic turbine in cascaded form in Tiga Dam in Kano State now in the process. So we have invited Ministry of Power. They have inspected different locations, and I'm sure they are going to ensure that they allocate some other waters for Naseni to do installations for the benefits of the local community.
All right, sir. You were also in Azerbaijan. Now, this is a country that is not, but Nigerians are not very familiar with. But it's one of those breakaways from the former USSR. And one may wonder what took Naseni to Azerbaijan. What is the interest?
Azerbaijan, interestingly, a small country, they are the hope of the former USSR, the think tank, the area where their intelligence, surveillance, communications, military weapons are produced. Interestingly, they are willing and cooperating with us. Let me start with they are the one that even invited us to come and see their technologies, and they are willing to cooperate and collaborate with us. Our first target is surveillance and communication equipment for monitoring. We discover their collaboration with other nations supplying this equipment. You need intelligence before you deploy any defense equipment. You need to know the information, you need to monitor, you need to have some facilities of acquiring information remotely. And that is the technologies Naseni is going to learn from that. I will not go into detail. Let me also say that from small, medium to major weapons in terms of guns, in terms of the ammunitions, in terms of explosives and anti-missiles, armored personnel carriers, ambush or mine protected APCs are produced in Azerbaijan. They are not only producing, they have comprehensive factories that are doing this through research and development in collaboration with institutions similar to Naseni and different mono mandate centers. All the weapons they use in their war with Armenia, they produce locally in their place, and they have willingness to cooperate with us. In fact, we are going back, God willing, in September by taking seven of Naseni's experts that have worked in the assembly of the APC we did with Nigerian machine tools before to learn more and acquire more skills. That is their technologies we are learning.
Okay. Not quite long ago, we had a deal with the Czech Republic. Nigeria and Czech Republic entered into a technology transfer deal, which is run by NASENI. And Nigerians would also like to learn more about that. We had a program on that deal on NASENI Milestones. But now that we have the privilege of having you in the studio, it would be nice for you to also clear the air, or rather, allow Nigerians to learn more about what that is all about and how much Nigerians are going to benefit from such a deal. Technology transfer. It is very rare for a country to accept to transfer hard technology to a developing nation.
The collaboration between Nigeria and Czech Republic forged by President Muhammadu Buhari is unique, the first of its type. Unique in the sense that it's a collaboration involving government agencies and also private sector involved in it. The Technology Agency of Czech Republic is an agency similar in the model and passion of NASENI also. Through them and through the collaboration with the government of Nigeria, with active participation of Nigeria Czech Republic Trade and Investment Council, the government of Czech Republic have approved and allocated funds for research and development in Nigeria and in Czech Republic. A research funds that brought in researchers from Nigeria and Czech Republic with a private sector in Nigeria who can be the off-taker of any successful output. And that is advertised. Many research and development organizations, private individuals and industries have applied. We have hundreds of applications in which experts from Nigeria Academy of Science, Nigeria Academy of Engineering, Nigeria Society of Engineers, their counterpart from Czech Republic, and NASENI and the Technology Agency of Czech Republic were following the criteria in doing this screening. The government of Nigeria have also provided about 30% as a counterpart funding for this research and development activities. Now, beside that, we have identified companies and research centers that are experts and are producing different pneumatic and liquid valves for water supply, for water monitoring, and for water harvesting. Also, valves for oil industries, for industries where air and pneumatic systems are needed. In fact, even for heavy-duty vehicles like trailers, their brake system and other things. Now, these are needed because some of these valves are daily consumed in oil drilling and oil transportation. Now, Nigerian Machine Tools and NASENI are partnering to domesticate this technology straight away with commercial output. In this arrangement, NASENI has a share of 30% in the turnover, while Machine Tools will have the control of 40%. The Czech company will have a control of 30% in this venture. Now, this is supported by the government of Czech Republic. The interesting thing is that the Czech government has said that any private company there that has identified willing partner in Nigeria and they are going to work under this presidential implementation committee, the Czech Republic is willing to offer more funds as loan to their private company to come into Nigerian market. But the interesting thing about this, they are not coming to market. They are coming so that NASENI own this technology and Nigeria benefit from it.
During the inauguration, one of the coordinators did mention the fact that he would like to see Nigerians from Aba, the shoemakers from Aba. We'd like to see the leather producers from Kano, engaging in that and all that. That the technology to enhance those productions can be found in Czech Republic.
Yes. The fastest way to go into that, the Nigerian Czech Republic Trade and Investment Council is recruiting willing Nigerians, giving them, showing them the opportunities to participate. The fastest way to be part of this is to be a member of that Trade and Investment Council. However, if anyone has a technology or a know-how that is requiring standardization and funding, he can equally go to any of NASENI center to say, this is my product. In Aba, they can go to NASENI, for example, and in Kano and other adjacent states, they can approach Hydraulic Equipment Development Institute, Kano, for easy accessibility to NASENI. One good thing is that we discover in each chambers of commerce in the state, across the states, the Nigerian Czech Trade and Investment Council have representatives to make things easier so that people don't have to travel to Abuja before they have information on that activities.
Okay, you have also been to Jordan, the Hashemite kingdom of Jordan, and one would wonder what can Jordan offer to Nigeria, because of course it's not one of the advanced countries that we know. We don't know how advanced they are anyway, but then what's Nigeria's interest in Jordan?
You see, the story of Jordan is an interesting one. Jordan is in the Middle East, surrounded by crisis-riding countries. It has border with Israel, it has border with Palestine, it has border with Syria. All these countries are in crisis with much security challenge. But Jordan is one of the safest countries in the world. You can leave your door open and travel abroad and come back. Nobody will move in. Whatever you do in Jordan, you are monitored. So Jordan have sophisticated but easier to develop surveillance devices. You don't even need to see the camera hang over here and there for somebody to even turn off the camera so that the activities cannot be monitored. NASENI is interested in that. Now, Jordan, despite the fact that they are from the desert region, they are not only supplying food and agri-products to Saudi Arabia, to other Arab nations like Qatar. They are even exporting to US and other countries. Now, Jordan again, they have only few weeks of rain in a month, in a year. They have to harvest rain. Jordan harvest rain and allocate to farmer water that they can use to farm it. And how come they are having food sufficiency? We are interested in the technologies of their greenhouses, technology of the how they develop hybrid seeds locally. But most importantly, using communication, Internet of Things means to do what is called food traceability. One of the challenges we are having why our food items cannot easily be exported abroad is because they don't know the nature of our soil, the amount of chemical, the amount of fertilizer. Elsewhere they fear whether it is safe for them to be consuming this product. Elsewhere in the world, the advanced society will only want food where Internet of Things have provided a means of monitoring from the soil content, how it is cultivated, the type of seed planted, and they monitor the growth along the way. This is one of the technology that we have identified companies, and we are demonstrating these farming methods with the traceability in our agricultural equipment and development institutions. The first places to experiment will include Mbise, our Agricultural Machinery Development Institute in Imo State, and then Latvia in Nasarawa State. That of Nasarawa State, the commencement of even construction of the institute is targeted for 1st August 2022. But already these experts from there have come and interacted with our workforce, and also, of course, we involve Ministry of Agriculture and Agriculture Research Council, and they have surveyed and identified candidate farmland that this technology will be deployed. But the interesting thing is, wherever I am in the world, with my handset, I can monitor the activities and progress of this. Are the some of the technologies that we are acquiring to deploy in Nigeria from Jordan.
Talking about deployment of technologies in Nigeria, I have really found it as an activity that's not so easy for NASENI. Now you mentioned Ministry of Agriculture. Is the ministry going to heed to the advice of NASENI after it had acquired this technology? How collaborative is the ministry going to be to ensure that by the time you get this technology down to Nigeria, that it can be deployed?
One of the advantages that NASENI has, the Minister of Agriculture is himself a board member of NASENI. NASENI board is chaired by Mr. President. Any technology that is proven that it has benefit to Nigeria, Mr. President don't hesitate to direct such ministry or parastatals to comply and take it. But I am assuring you, Ministry of Agriculture have on their own been approaching NASENI, inspecting what NASENI has been doing in agri sector over the years. We don't have difficulties in that.
All right, Italy is one of the European countries that NASENI is partnering with. Tell us more about that.
Well, the Italian also, through De Lorenzo, one of their successful world, although it's in Italy, the headquarters of De Lorenzo is actually in Mexico. They are worldwide education, scientific and technical equipment providers. They have been cooperating. In fact, it's from Italy that we have been able to prove that yes, you can domesticate technology elsewhere, you can reverse engineer with cooperation and collaboration with the owners of the technology. De Lorenzo, over the years, have allowed NASENI to learn and copy their technologies to produce science laboratory equipment. The models we have on teaching of solar energy generation, transmission, utilization, repairs, and maintenance is originally from De Lorenzo. Our mechatronics equipment we are developing to make it available in Nigeria for teaching and even application in industry. We copy that technology from the Italians. Our tertiary equipment, our tertiary institutions, equipment for training in universities, many of them are originally developed in Italy. So we have sent our people several times. In fact, we have sent lecturers and other technologies from polytechnics, from other universities to Italy to learn not only the assembly, repairs, and maintenance, but even how the things are manufactured. So we have full cooperation of them. Other food processing equipment and the industry 4.0, what we call the next industrial revolution, or some people say fourth industrial revolution. The high-tech equipment leading to that, including robotics and automation, we have obtained a lot from Italy, and we are continuing to acquire from them.
All right, sir. Some few years ago, I was privileged to travel with you and the then Minister of Science and Technology to Indonesia. And we were taken to a Science and Technology Park where we have design, conceptualization, design, and then other processes in one location.
Yes.
Right. So it's like moving from one structure or infrastructure to the other. After the concept, then the design, then you move it to another in one location. So how can that happen in Nigeria? For me, that is a Science and Technology Park.
Yes.
Right. How can that happen in Nigeria? Because we need to cascade down some of the things that NASENI is offering for Nigerians to really benefit from it. NASENI is not for NASENI to mass produce.
Yes.
Somebody has to do that.
Yes.
Another sector has to do that. So what are your efforts towards engaging Nigerians in other sectors of our national life to know their responsibility with respect to cascading down NASENI's technologies to other parts of the country for mass production and of course the commercialization?
Now, NASENI is aware of the importance and necessity for science park for industrial development of the country. And we have assessed and evaluated across the world through our membership of World Technopolis Association, an organization that brought in all science industrial park in the world. And this organization is supported for its operation and function by the United Nations and UNESCO. Now, since 2012, NASENI has been ambitious in having its own science and industrial park. However, the Ministry of Science and Technology, under the leadership of the then minister, conceived that since SHESCO have a very large complex in Sheda here in Abuja, it is better that the ministry have the technology park instead. Now, NASENI has studied so much. We have studied and compiled the strategy and method of operation of up to 63 different science and industrial parks across the world. And we saw that each of our sister institutions, like the one we visited with you, also have this to make it easy. It's a one-stop shop where everything, including other agencies, up to commercialization, up to market, including banks and even venture capital providers have premises there. So we are not allowed to proceed then, but under the new dispensation, with funding now available for NASENI, we are in the process of presenting before our board, requesting approval to adopt a particular model. We know it's a necessity for a country to transmit into knowledge-based economy.
All right, and that's the much time can allow us on this edition of NASENI Milestones. We'd like to thank you for watching. I have been with the Executive Vice Chairman of the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, Engineer Professor Mohammed Sani Haruna. We'll be back again next week with a fresh edition of the program.
Well, and that does it for us today on NASENI Milestones. Thanks again for watching. The program returns next week, same time, same station. My name is Kierian Umeayo. Goodbye for now.